Hello and welcome back to Newsroom Nigeria. This is where we give you hot, fresh and sizzling news all day long. If this is your first time here, please subscribe, share this video, also leave your opinions in the comment section below. Breaking news: FG in closed-door meeting with Organized Labour over nationwide strike. Representatives of the federal government are currently meeting with Organized Labour over the ongoing nationwide strike. The meeting is underway at the office of the National Security Advisor, NSC, in Abuja. Present at the meeting include the NSC Malam Nasir El-Rufai, the Minister of Labour and Employment, Simon Lalong, and the Minister of State for Labour and Employment, Honorable Nkiruka Onyejoche, among other government officials. Also present at the meeting are labour leaders led by the Trade Union Congress TUC President, Comrade Festus Osifo, the Nigerian Labour Congress NLC Secretary General Emmanuel Ogbuaja, and other union leaders. Recall that the NLC and TUC on Tuesday declared an indefinite nationwide strike to protest the assault on the NLC president, Joe Ajaero, and other labor leaders in Owerri, the Imo State capital, on November 1. Other grievances of organized labor include outstanding salary arrears, unjust declaration of 100,000 workers as ghost work employees, unsettled gratuity, non-compliance with the 30,000 Minimum Wage Act, and declaration of 10,000 pensioners as ghost retirees. In a move to stop the nationwide strike, the federal government went to court and got an injunction restraining the NLC and TUC from embarking on the industrial action, but the unions commenced the strike despite the court order. You all leave your opinions in the comment section. What do you all think? If you're a government worker or private, let me know in the comments section. What do you think about this strike going on? I was talking to someone earlier and I was like, I do not even know why we are on strike. Because is it because Joe Ajaero was beaten, or there are some other issues that we are asking the federal government to do? Because it's not that there are no issues on ground that we should strike about, but my concern is that why did they wait until Joe Ajaero was beaten for them to actually carry out this strike? Like, this strike has been a long time coming. We have been waiting for this strike for so long, just that NLC have been dragging their foot on the ground. They have been dragging, to go on this strike. But why did they wait until when Joe Ajaero was beaten? So a lot of people are just a bit confused. I heard that in Lagos State, I saw on the news that in Lagos State, most people did not comply. Banks were still open. Most private companies were still open as well. In some states as well, government workers also went to work. So, a lot of people are confused. Like, people are asking questions. Are we on strike because the NLC president was beaten, or there are some other issues, that we are fighting for? And I think that it would be right for the NLC to address the Nigerian workers as well. Tell us, why are we on strike? What's going on exactly? What are we fighting for? There are so many issues that the NLC should have listed. There are so many things that they should have gone on strike for that they did not. Like I said, why is it now? Why is this strike coming now? And what is the purpose? Gone. Because if this strike doesn't have any direction, I'm sorry, it will just be a terrible waste of time. A terrible waste of time. If this strike has no objective, if it has no direction, it will just be that, oh, our president was beaten and we are on strike, Let me also remind you to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done that. Before we go, let's take a look at some of the reactions we got online. Okaigbu says NLC and TUC leaders should carry along the state and local government employees, just what I just said, on 35k Tinubu award because they are faced with same hunger in the country. With these things, they can have a solid nationwide strike. Exactly, because most times it's like the state workers are being left out. When we go on strike nationally, everybody goes on strike. But when these things are being approved, it is only approved for people who are federal workers, people who are working with the federal government, while the state government are left, they are left aside. The 35,000 naira that was approved as, to cushion the effects of, the harsh economy recently was only given to federal government workers. Why, in some one or two states like that, the governor of the state declared maybe 25,000, I think in Oshun or your state. So I feel that NLC should also carry along the state and local government employees as well. It's not that you call for strike and everybody will go on strike, but when the reward comes, it only goes to the federal government. It's just unfair to people who are working at the state level, if you ask me. Olalekan Adeleye says, that's what the NLC and TUC is looking for. They will tell you they are dialoguing after the meeting. They will be padded with compensation in which money will change hands, and at the end of the day, they will not call off a ill-perceived strike. The NLC demand is a ruse. They have outlived their relevance. Ozochi Chibueze says, if NLC compromise, tomorrow they will beat him again. Exactly. Adekunle Oni says, if you want to remove Tinubu from power, let the strike continue for a week in all states. Students can go to school if they see person to teach them. If the strike is serious, no bribe, no settlement, real strike, let you tell government, fuel return to 65 naira per litre, free import of foodstuffs with rice, no custom duty on rice, foodstuff, all refineries repair day to start work, no dollar transaction in naira, all transactions must be naira, no loan again, manage our resources. If Tinubu cannot do it, resign within 7 days. Another person by the name Benro says, there is always a middle point in course of negotiations, no extremes. Government shifts a little, labor too, so that we can move on with our lives. Emmanuel says, NLC, remember your terms and conditions you gave. They must fulfill so as to stop the strike action. Will you just succumb that way? We are watching. You all, like I said, let me have your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done that. I will see you all in my next video.